So everything my husband said about, well, when I went to Ohio State, I would usually just say, oh, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth. So we knew we didn't know enough about this.
They were obsessed with the college search process. I mean, I think I went on like 28 college visits, and it was insane because, to be honest, I didn't really know what I wanted, and every school kind of looked the same at that point. So I was a little lost because we hit it hard, and I think that was probably not the right way to go, in my opinion.
And we had so many people saying to us like, oh, I'm just going to go in-state because it's cheaper, which we absolutely know now is not true. I wasn't sure about college liftoff. I'd heard about it, so I went right to the superintendent. And he said, I do know that any professional advice you get on top of what you get at your high school is going to be invaluable, and I would encourage you to do it. We're just going to go and we're going to listen, and then when we get in the car, we're not going to talk about it until we get home. And before I could shut the car door, your dad was going, this is going to be cool, and you were going, oh, this is going to be great. He did a lot of drawing on the whiteboard, and that was easy for her dad and myself and Jasmine to all see it all together in the same room. That was important. He kind of taught us a lot about strategy. Just for my husband, it was like, I'm going to get some help with the financial forms, the dreaded FAFSA. For Jasmine, I remember you going, ooh, I'm going to figure out what's the best thing for me. And for me, it was just like I didn't have to stand there with a whip, going, your deadline for FAFSA is tomorrow.
Like, this process is difficult. Like, it's a path to go through. I mean, from applications and just the whole process, or just figuring it out financially, like it's hard. We really didn't know what we were doing, I would say. I mean, to me, I think the financials was a really important aspect that I think a lot of families just don't really consider. So going back to the best school, I think I blindly, if I had gotten into some amazing program, I probably would have begged my parents and said, let's do this. And I think College Liftoff helped me understand that may be great that you got into these programs, but there are also some awesome other programs, and if we can make that work financially, your return on investment and how much money you're going to make getting out of school, so this is how much debt you can have. But just to really look at that big picture, I don't think we would have done that on our own to understand, okay, realistically, we can't be spending more money than this or that. And that was huge, I think, in the long run. I'm a very competitive person, and I was really into, I have to be at the best school. It has to have a good name. I was obsessed with looking at the acceptance rate. So I wanted to go to, the best. That was just what I was obsessed with. I was like, if I don't go big, I feel like I've failed in some way. So they helped me kind of shift the perspective of what's the best, because before I thought the best meant the best name and the best program, when really the best should mean just what's best for you. I ended up going to a really small university, and that ended up being a huge plus for me. So it was the best because I made great relationships. Sports fit into the picture while I still had academics as a big part of my college career. And I headed to college. I had academic money and I had athletic money to leave and not have to worry about student debt was a really, really valuable thing that I think we really only would have gotten from College Liftoff.
And Jasmine called me every year, 4 years, first couple weeks into the fall semester, and said, I just want you to know that even if I wasn't playing soccer, this would still be the best possible fit for me. I'm so glad I'm here.